We've all been there, swiping our credit cards, enjoying the perks and the points until that dreaded bill arrives. And when we see that minimum payment option staring back at us, we think, sweet relief, I can manage that. But what if I told you that minimum payment accepted may sound like a tempting offer, but it's actually a sneaky trap that keeps you in debt longer than you need to? In this episode of Piso-by-piso, let's break down the real trick behind credit card minimum payments and how to outsmart it. Banks are businesses, plain and simple, and their business is all about making money from you, your interest. When you use your credit card, you're essentially borrowing money from the bank. So they make sure that they get paid back with a little extra on top, which is why paying only the minimum balance can seem like a good idea initially, but it's really a trap. When you pay the minimum amount due on your credit card, typically 3 to 5% of your total balance gets cleared. The rest is carried over to the next billing cycle, with interest added to it. And here's the kicker. That interest rate can be as high as 24% per year on your outstanding balance. To put things in perspective, let's say you have a 10,000 peso debt. If you only pay the minimum balance each month, that 10,000 pesos can easily snowball into 15,000 pesos in just a few months. And the longer you take to pay off the debt, the more interest the bank earns, which is why paying the minimum balance is designed to keep you in debt for as long as possible. Imagine this. You buy something you don't really need on your credit card. You enjoy the convenience of not having to pay for it right away. But then the bill comes due, and you realize you only have 1,500 pesos to spare. So you decide to pay the minimum balance and move on with your life. The next month rolls around and you find yourself in the same situation again. This time, you only have 800 pesos to pay. And if you keep treading water like this, you'll never make any progress. In fact, the interest charged on your credit card can be more than the amount you're repaying off each month. It's a silent but deadly compounding effect that can keep you stuck in a cycle of debt. To make matters worse, you might start to feel like you're in control because you're remaking those minimum payments on time. But the reality is that you're trapped in a vicious cycle that's straining your finances and keeping you from achieving your financial goals. So how do you break the cycle and escape the minimum payment trap? First, stop thinking of the minimum due date as a safe zone. It's not. Never treat it as your due date. Instead, always pay more than the minimum balance. Even an extra 500 pesos can make a big difference and help you pay off your debt faster. Second, list down all your cards and focus on paying off the one with the highest interest rate first, also known as the avalanche method. While you're making minimum payments on all your other cards, commit to paying one card off at a time. Once you pay off that card, take the money you were using to make minimum payments on that card and put it towards the next card on your list. By doing this, you'll be able to pay off your cards faster and save on interest charges. Third, if you can't control the urge to use your card, freeze it. Yes, it's better to feel the short-term pain of not being able to use your card than to be enslaved by debt in the long run. Lastly, if you're in deep, don't blame yourself. You were set up for success. What matters is what you do next. Commit to change and take action. Negotiate for lower interest rates. Banks do it all the time. So don't be afraid to ask for a lower rate. You never know what they may agree to. Your card is a tool, not a crutch. It's time to master it before it masters you. Credit card minimums are like traps disguised as a blessing. Don't fall for it. Take charge of your finances and pay off your debt. Be smarter with your money, 1 peso at a time. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Piso-by-piso. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to follow us for more financial tips and tricks. And if you want to learn more ways to manage your finances, download our free Piso Reset ebook. It's filled with practical tips and strategies to help you make smarter financial decisions. We'll see you next time.